Guys, if you watched my yesterday's video, you know that I started with one word and the word was confusion. I did say that there is a lot of confusion in the markets. Why? Because both risk offs and risk ons were going towards the upside. For example, look at this chart from yesterday. Oil moving towards the upside, yields going towards the upside, BTC and NASDAQ were also going up. And I said that this tandem behavior is going to stop for sure. I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but we have to be very conservative. And this is what happened during the US hours yesterday when every single market was going towards the downside. Only one chart was moving up, and that is oil. And this is what we want. We want inverse correlation between the risk offs and the risk ons. Now we are back to good markets. I'm going to talk about so many things, guys. Why this happened? I'm going to be giving you new trades. I've hit one of my stop losses as well. Everything is live in my journal. I'm not faking any position that I'm taking, guys. I'm the only trader who has a live journal. All you need to do is smash the like button. If you enjoy, please smash the like button. Put your thoughts in the comment section. Give me questions, insights, whatever you want. Now, why did the markets fall during the US hours yesterday? Simple trigger. It was the US initial jobless claims that came out, and it came out at the lowest level since 1969. Now, this is extremely scary because this makes sure that the Fed can be hawkish next week in the FOMC meeting. Private sector job growth dropped 60% in 2 months. ADP data shows that employers just added 16.5K jobs per week as of July 4th, which is down 40,750 in early May. Now, the take is very simple, very good take from this guy, which is this is what hiring freeze looks like at the national scale. If you have a job, you're holding on to it. You have to hold on to it. If you're looking for a job, good luck. And right now, oil is hitting around $100. It's at $90. It can hit $100. And Fed meets next week with market pricing in a hike instead of a rate cut. Now, market is pricing in a rate hike, not one rate hike, but two rate hikes in 2026. Look at the probability, how rate hike probability went towards the upside. And this is the reason why the markets fell, guys. This is the main reason. But there are more things happening. You've got Magnificent 7, the Max 7 stocks on pace of its worst day. Yesterday, Max 7 had the worst day since April 2025. This was the situation only because of the initial jobless claims. And S&P 500 literally is on track for the first red July since 2014. We are talking about insane market movement here, guys, and this was supposed to happen. I did say yesterday, literally, just look at my words. And why and how do I know this is because I'm reading the markets every single day, all the time. This is my job, guys. The below chart is screaming the word confusion. All the charts are moving towards the upside, but this is not good, as risk offs and risk ons should have an inverse correlation in the markets. What else do you want? What else do you want from me, guys? Now, look at this. Today, the Kospi is hitting the circuit breaker towards the downside. Everything is red. Everything is red. Not only that, you've got some more things. For example, Trump hits 60 countries, and this is live. This is breaking news. Trump has hit 60 countries with new tariffs covering 99% of the US imports. Tariffs again. So you've got the war situation, you've got tariffs, you've got bad job data coming out, you've got markets going down. So much to talk about. And in the war situation right now, Iran has reportedly rejected the latest US proposal aimed at ending the conflict, according to Axios. Not only that, Iran is rejecting the offer. On the other hand, Trump has literally said yesterday that US is about to carry out a massive attack on Iran, way bigger than the Operation Epic Fury and way bigger than any attack ever carried out before, saying we are all set for it and are close to making a decision. This is what Trump said. So Iran is attacking. Iran doesn't want a deal. US wants to attack. And this is the reason why oil keeps pushing towards the upside. Oil has literally gone up around 20% from the bottom. Oil is sitting at around $90 right now. This is a major support, which also has the confluence of the EMA ribbon over here. So the price, in my opinion, can defo come to this level. Definitely it can come to this level, consolidate a little bit, and then move towards the upside. Or you know what, guys, this is scary for the markets right now. On the other hand, bad for Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin was going up on the fact that, Clarity Act is going to come out and the Clarity Act will be done. But I did say that there is a fear in the market. The Clarity Act is now expected to miss its targets before Congress breaks for August. Now, the target was August 10th. That is the deadline. And right now, the Clarity Act deadline is not going to be achieved. And you can see that in the probability in the polymarket bet as well. It was around 55% 2 days ago. And right now, it's falling down and it's around 30% right now, sitting at 32%. Absolutely crazy. So everything that is happening in the markets is happening because of the reason that everything was in tandem. And right now we are going a bit risk off in the markets, but we keep trading, guys. This is the aim. Every point of, or every research piece that we create, every second that we spend on research is because we want to create actionable alpha, and I make sure that I'm giving you actionable alpha, guys. In this video as well, I'm triggering 2 trades. I'm going to talk about them. Firstly, let's talk about NASDAQ. The fear about NASDAQ is that NASDAQ is again sitting at this beautiful support over here, and people are talking about this potential rounded top. I've mentioned this many times. Now, this is scary because if NASDAQ actually breaks towards the downside, it will come straight down to this level, which is sitting at around 26.5K. Why? Because this 7.5% range has no volume at all. So NASDAQ has to hold this level, or else it's going to be extremely scary for the stock market. And at the same time, sorry, BTC is also sitting at a very important level. It's sitting at a support and the EMA ribbon support. It needs to hold this level, guys. It needs to hold this level. It is a very good support. It was a resistance here. It was a resistance here. It was a resistance hold this time. And right now it's taking a support and the EMA ribbon. Guys, if it does not hold, then again, crypto is going to be in a bad situation as well. Already the markets are not looking good. I hit my first stop loss of the month, which is Amazon. I'm not going to lie about my losses, guys. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. Look, it's updated in my channel as well, in my journal as well. I hit my first stop loss and no one can say otherwise. But I am in the Unitrade. Unitrade is going amazing. I gave this trade yesterday to everyone. I also said on Twitter yesterday that I've taken profits one. And currently the trade is running really well. Look at that. Bitcoin is going towards the upside. The Unitrade is absolutely killing it. Congratulations if you took it. Please take some profits along the way because the market right now is not in the best situation. Second trade I want to talk about is Lighter. It's already mentioned in my journal as well. Look at this. $2 level, which is the previous all-time high, guys. Previous all-time high. That is where I've got my entry. Now, if you want my journal, all you need to do is comment below. I'm going to send it to you free. Everything is free. All you need to give to me is the like. All you need to give is a like, guys. Why? Because I'm working really hard, coming here every single day, same time, same place. All right. Now, moving ahead, Solana. I am in the Solana trade, long position. I am in the Arbitrum long position, all in my journal as well. Gave those trades. Right now, very close to break even. TP1 already taken. Don't want to talk about it much. But one trade I want to talk about is Venice. Venice. I gave this trade. I said that there is a full thesis about Venice. It is in my journal as well. Once again, I'm speaking like a recorder here, but everything goes back to my journal. Because if you are a trader and if you're not journaling your trades, then you're not a trader. You're a gambler. Trust me. Okay. So you have to journal your trades. Now, this is a beautiful level wherein it's a support as well as the EMA ribbon support. Now, all you need to do is understand that there is fundamental thesis behind this: buyback and burn. Buyback and burn is really important. Every $5 or $100 of the API credits are being used for buying back and burning Venice. Look at this chart, the buyback and burn activity right now, monthly activity. In June, it was around 270K, and in July, it's doubled. Right now, it's more than doubled. So absolutely amazing. Like, this is what we want to see, and we are in the trade. Another trade I'm looking forward to is gold. Already in my journal once again. The entry price is around 3930. It's coming down slowly. We have to be patient with some of the trades. Okay, so I'm going to be patient with this trade, and I'm going to make sure that I'm triggering this when it comes to 3930. Right now, I'm not doing anything. So it's 2 trades today, guys. 2 trades. One is Venice. It's already pushing now in my journal. And the second one is Uniswap. Uniswap and Venice both are pushing right now. And this is what we want to see, guys. This is exactly what we want to see. If you have any questions regarding what I'm trading, how I'm trading, if you have any insights, do give it in the comment section. That is it from my side, guys. Now, I hope you have a nice weekend. I'm going to see you back on Monday, every single day. Same time, same place. Take care. Bye-bye.